expensive cardstock with gold embossing. My cousin Vanessa's name scrolled across it in elegant calligraphy, followed by details about the exclusive celebration at the Grandview Hotel's Diamond Ballroom. At the bottom in smaller print, elite guests only. Limited capacity. I wasn't invited. It's nothing personal, my mother explained when I asked, her voice strained. Marie said Vanessa wanted to keep it small and intimate. Just her closest friends and immediate family. I'm immediate family, I pointed out. We grew up together. I know, sweetheart. But Marie has been, well, she's been saying that Vanessa's fiancé comes from a very prominent family. They're trying to make the right impression. And with your current situation. My current situation, I repeated flatly. Mom winced. You know how Marie is. She thinks because you're still working your way up, still renting that small apartment, still driving that old car. She doesn't think you fit the image they're trying to project. The image. Elite guests only. What Aunt Marie didn't know was that my small apartment was temporary housing while my new penthouse underwent renovations. My old car was a choice. I preferred reliable to flashy. And working my way up meant I'd just been named one of Forbes' 30 under 30 in entertainment for my work as a film producer. But I'd never corrected their assumptions. Let them think what they wanted. It's fine, I told Mom. I have something that day anyway. That something was the Women in Film Awards ceremony, where I was receiving the Emerging Producer Award for my documentary that had premiered at Sundance and was now being distributed by a major streaming platform. The ceremony was being held at the Grandview Hotel. In the Diamond Ballroom. The same venue as Vanessa's bridal shower. The same day. The same time. Aunt Marie had been dismissive of my career for years. When I'd started in film production at 25, she'd said, "That's cute, dear. Very artsy. But when are you going to get a real job with benefits?" When my first documentary had won awards at film festivals, she'd patted my hand. Film festivals are nice hobbies. Vanessa just made partner at her law firm. Now that's real success. When I'd secured distribution deals and started working with A-list directors, she'd barely listened. Sounds complicated. Vanessa's engaged to the son of a federal judge. Can you imagine? We're so proud. So when the bridal shower invitation specified, elite guests only, I understood exactly what that meant. People Aunt Marie considered successful. People with impressive titles, wealthy connections, visible status. Not me, the struggling film producer with my artsy hobby. I confirmed my awards ceremony attendance with my publicist. Red carpet at 2 p.m. Ceremony starts at 3. The host is Christina Vale. Christina Vale, the Oscar-winning actress who'd starred in 3 of my productions. We'd become close friends over the years, but I kept that relationship private. No need to broadcast every connection. She's excited to present your award, my publicist continued. She's been telling everyone you're the most talented producer she's worked with. I smiled. Tell her I'm grateful. Oh, and Olivia. The event coordinator mentioned there's another function in the hotel that afternoon. Some bridal shower. They're trying to coordinate traffic flow. I know, I said. That's my cousin's shower. The one I wasn't invited to. There was a pause. This is going to be interesting. The day arrived with perfect weather. I dressed carefully. A stunning emerald gown that had been custom designed for the ceremony, elegant but not ostentatious. My stylist had outdone herself. I arrived at the Grandview Hotel at 1:30 p.m. The red carpet was already set up outside the Diamond Ballroom entrance. Photographers positioned, velvet ropes creating a path. The Women in Film Awards banner hung prominently above the doors. 30 feet away around the corner was the secondary entrance to the ballroom's adjoining salon, where Vanessa's bridal shower was being held. I could see guests arriving in cocktail dresses, carrying expensive gifts, air-kissing each other with practiced social grace. I spotted Aunt Marie holding court near the salon entrance, directing guests with self-important efficiency. She wore a designer suit and an expression of smug satisfaction. Only the most elite guests, I heard her tell someone. Vanessa wanted quality over quantity. We couldn't invite just anyone. My publicist appeared at my elbow. Ready? The photographers want you on the carpet in 5 minutes. Christina just arrived, she's asking for you. I took a breath. Let's do this. The moment I stepped onto the red carpet, the cameras erupted. Flashes everywhere, photographers calling my name, entertainment reporters positioning for interviews. Olivia. Over here. Olivia, how does it feel to be receiving the Emerging Producer Award? Olivia, can you talk about your upcoming projects? I smiled and posed, the emerald gown catching the light perfectly. My publicist guided me through brief interviews with major entertainment outlets. Variety, Hollywood Reporter, Entertainment Weekly. Around the corner I could see heads turning. Bridal shower guests were craning their necks, trying to see what was happening. Some had pulled out phones. Then Christina Vale stepped onto the red carpet beside me. The crowd noise doubled. Christina was A-list royalty, Oscar winner, box office queen, beloved by everyone. She wore a stunning red gown and her trademark brilliant smile. She hugged me warmly. There's my favorite producer. Congratulations, darling. This award is so deserved. The photographers went wild. Entertainment reporters scrambled closer. Christina, you're presenting Olivia's award today? I insisted on it, Christina said, her arm around my shoulders. Olivia is phenomenally talented. The documentary she produced on women in STEM fields is going to change lives. Working with her has been the highlight of my career. More flashes. More questions. The red carpet had become a spectacle. And around the corner, Vanessa's bridal shower guests were now openly staring. Several had abandoned the salon entrance entirely, phones out, filming the red carpet scene. I saw the exact moment Aunt Marie noticed. Her expression cycled through confusion, disbelief, and dawning horror as she recognized me in the emerald gown, standing beside Christina Vale, posing for cameras under the Women in Film Awards banner. Christina and I finished the red carpet interviews and moved into the Diamond Ballroom. It was transformed, elegant staging, hundreds of seats filled with film industry professionals, press sections with major media outlets. The ceremony began with opening remarks from the Women in Film president, followed by several award presentations. I sat with Christina and other nominees, surrounded by producers, directors, and actors I'd admired for years. Through the ballroom's side door, the one connecting to the salon where Vanessa's shower was happening, I could see movement. Faces appearing, trying to glimpse into our ceremony. The shower guests had clearly figured out something major was happening next door. Then it was time for my award. Christina took the stage to present, and the room's energy shifted. When Christina Vale speaks, people listen. I've worked with many producers in my career, she began, her voice carrying perfectly. Some are talented. Some are dedicated. Olivia Chin is both and more. She's a visionary who sees stories others miss. Her documentary, Breaking Barriers, didn't just win festivals. It changed policy. It's being used in schools, in corporations, in government programs. The audience applauded. She's 29 years old, Christina continued, and she's already produced 4 documentaries, 2 narrative features, and a limited series. Her work has been distributed by every major streaming platform. She's secured funding from the most selective grants in the industry. And she's done all of this while being told, I know this for a fact, that film production is just a cute hobby. Laughter rippled through the room. Olivia proves that real success doesn't require validation from people who don't understand your industry. It requires vision, dedication, and the courage to build something meaningful. Christina smiled. I'm honored to present the Emerging Producer Award to my friend and collaborator Olivia Chin. The applause was thunderous as I walked to the stage. Christina hugged me, handed me the Crystal Award, and stepped back. I looked out at the audience. Hundreds of industry professionals, press, cameras. Through the side door I could see bridal shower guests crowded there watching. Including Aunt Marie, her face pale. Including Vanessa holding a mimosa, her mouth open. Thank you, I began. To Women in Film, to Christina, to everyone who believed in the stories we needed to tell. This award represents not just my work, but the work of every woman fighting to be heard in this industry. I spoke for 3 minutes about the documentary, about the women whose stories we'd told, about the impact we'd measured. The room was silent, attentive. People told me film production wasn't a real career, I said. That festivals were nice hobbies. That I should get a job with benefits. I paused. But real success isn't measured by other people's understanding of your work. It's measured by impact. By the lives you touch. By the stories you tell that change how people see the world. The applause was deafening. After the ceremony, The reception was held in the ballroom's main space. The partition to the salon had been opened, combining the areas. Vanessa's bridal shower, originally contained in the smaller salon, was now spilling into the same space as our awards reception. The collision was immediate and awkward. Film industry professionals mingled with champagne and appetizers on one side. Bridal shower guests clutched their mimosas on the other, looking distinctly out of place among the Hollywood crowd. Aunt Marie materialized in front of me, her social composure cracking. "Olivia, I had no idea. You never said. We didn't know you were receiving an award?" I supplied gently. "Or working in film at this level?" "Both. You always made it sound so casual. Like it was just a little side project." "I never made it sound like anything," I corrected. "You assumed. When I tried to explain my work, you called it a hobby. When I mentioned film festivals, you dismissed them. When I talked about distribution deals, you changed the subject to Vanessa's law career." She flushed. "But you could have been clearer." "Could I? I told you I was producing documentaries. I mentioned working with major streaming platforms. I explained that I'd secured significant funding. You weren't listening because you'd already decided my career wasn't impressive enough." Vanessa appeared, still in her bridal shower sash, looking thoroughly uncomfortable. "Olivia, oh my God. Christina Vale was presenting your award?" "You know Christina Vale? I've produced 3 projects she starred in," I said. "We're friends." "And you're Forbes 30 under 30, Vanessa said, holding up her phone showing the article. "Someone just sent this to our shower group chat." "When did that happen?" 2 months ago. I mentioned it at family dinner. Your mother said, 'That's nice,' and asked if I'd found a boyfriend yet." Vanessa's face crumpled. "The invitation. We said, elite guests only. And you're literally being honored by the film industry and we excluded you." "You excluded me because you thought I was unsuccessful," I said quietly. "Because I don't perform wealth the way you expect. I drive an old car, rent a small apartment, don't wear designer labels to family dinners. By your metrics, I looked like I was struggling." "But you're not struggling," Aunt Marie said, still processing. "You're producing major films. Working with Oscar winners. Winning industry awards. I'm doing the work I love," I said. "Successfully. But success in creative industries doesn't always look like success in law or business. You couldn't see that because you weren't willing to understand what I actually do." Christina appeared at my elbow, champagne in hand, taking in the awkward family cluster. "Everything all right?" "Christina, this is my cousin Vanessa and my Aunt Marie," I said. "Vanessa's bridal shower was happening next door." "Oh." Christina's eyes sparkled with understanding. "The shower that specified elite guests only?" Vanessa made a small mortified sound. "I heard about that," Christina continued, her tone pleasant but pointed. "Such an interesting concept. Elite guests. I wonder what criteria you used. Because Olivia is genuinely one of the most elite producers in the industry right now. Every studio wants to work with her. Every streaming platform is trying to secure her next project." "We didn't know," Aunt Marie said weakly. "Perhaps you should have asked," Christina suggested, "before deciding who was elite enough for a bridal shower." He turned to me. "Darling, the New York Times wants an interview. Shall we?" As Christina guided me away, I heard Vanessa whisper to her mother, "This is going viral." Someone posted video of Olivia on the red carpet with the caption, "The cousin who wasn't elite enough for the bridal shower." "We look terrible." "We are terrible," Aunt Marie said quietly. "We excluded her. We dismissed her career. We judged her by her car and apartment instead of actually understanding her work." The rest of the reception was surreal. Film industry colleagues congratulated me, discussed upcoming projects, introduced me to directors and executives. Meanwhile, bridal shower guests hovered awkwardly at the edges, clearly out of their depth among the Hollywood crowd. Several approached to apologize, suddenly remembering they'd been dismissive at family gatherings. "I should have asked more about your work," one aunt said. "I just assumed when Marie said you were struggling." "I'm not struggling," I said simply. "I'm building a career in an industry you don't understand. There's a difference." As the reception wound down, Vanessa found me one last time. She'd removed the bridal shower sash, looking exhausted. "I don't know how to fix this," she said. "The shower was supposed to be my perfect day, And now it's the story about how we excluded the successful cousin. It's already all over social media. You can't fix it today, I said. The mistake was made when you decided elite meant wealthy and conventional instead of talented and accomplished. I'm sorry, she said. Truly. Not just because you won an award or because Christina Vale is your friend. I'm sorry because your family and we treated you like you didn't matter. I studied her. My cousin who I'd grown up with, who'd spent recent years measuring success by salary and status instead of impact and passion. After your wedding, I said, we can have coffee. Just us. And you can ask me about my actual work, my actual life. Not through your mother's lens of what counts as success. I'd like that, Vanessa said. I really would. I left the Grandview Hotel as the sun set, my award in hand, my publicist already fielding interview requests. The story had indeed gone viral. Film producer wins award at same venue as bridal shower she was excluded from was trending. My phone showed messages from family members apologizing, from industry colleagues congratulating me, from streaming platforms wanting meetings. And one from Mom, I'm so proud of you. And so sorry we didn't see your success clearly. Love you. I drove home in my reliable old car, through the city where I'd built my production company from nothing, past the small apartment that would soon be replaced by the penthouse, thinking about how success comes in many forms. Aunt Marie measured it by titles and salaries and social status. I measured it by stories told, lives changed, and work that mattered. The bridal shower had been exclusive, elite guests only. But the real elite, the ones changing industries, telling important stories, winning awards, had been next door all along. Sometimes the unsuccessful cousin is actually the most successful person in